Before you say anything, yes, I know that my hair looks absolutely... ¿Por qué siempre que quiero grabar pasan motos? No entiendo! I know that my hair looks absolutely disgusting. My hair does not want to follow my goddamn orders and I hate it. Anyways, ever since a week ago, I've been bombarded on my Twitter, Instagram, Discord DMs and on my YouTube comment section to do a video reaction on IGN's Doom Eternal the Ancient Gods Part 1 review. And if you guys are asking me to do a video reaction of this specific review, it is because it's going to suck, doesn't it? Díganme la verdad, is it going to suck? ¿Va a estar de la chingada? Porque sí. But before we begin with this amazing or dumb video, I want to ask you guys for a favor. Please follow me on Twitter and on my Instagram. All the links are going to be down in the description box below. One of my subscribers pointed out something really important in one of my last videos. We should not hate people for disliking this game, or for any game at all. Liking or disliking something is all subjective, so we shouldn't hate people for hating, disliking, or liking any game at all. What we could do is debunk some of their opinions. La chingada. Eran los del agua, quería que les comprara agua, pero no voy a comprarles ni madre. What we can do is debunk their statements because, let's be completely honest here, some of their statements are really dumb. But anyways, let's continue to this amazing video reaction on IGN's Doom Eternal Ancient Gods Part 1 review. Okay, let's do it. 2.5k likes, 2.4 dislikes, 145,000 views. Those are really bad metrics, IGN, what the hell?
Doom Eternal's first story DLC, The Ancient Gods Part 1, reminds me a lot of one of the original Doom's expansion episodes, Thy Flesh Consumed.
That is completely and utterly beautifully correct. Ancient Gods Part 1 is basically Thy Flesh Consumed from the original Doom game back in all the way back in 1993. Thy Flesh Consumed was the last episode, episode 4 of the original Doom game, and it was an expansion of the original Doom game. It was a sequel for Doom 1 and a prequel for Doom 2 Hell on Earth. Thy Flesh Consumed is basically Ancient Gods Part 1. Thy Flesh Consumed does not grab you by the hand and lead you all the way to the levels. No, baby. Thy Flesh Consumed hits you in the balls really hard when it begins. The first level has like 3 Barons of Hell, Hell Knights, and really stupid and trolling spawn points like Hell Knights and Imps spawning behind you, secret walls with pinkies and all that stuff. Thy Flesh Consumed was just trolling by John Romero and Kevin Cloud, for sure.
Both are more intense and challenging versions of their base games, and technically you can jump straight into the Ancient Gods,
yeah?
But my goodness, would I not recommend it.
Yeah, that's completely true. If you are new to Doom Eternal, if you are new to Doom, you should not just jump straight into the Ancient Gods Part 1. You can do it because the DLC Ancient Gods is a standalone DLC from the base game. That means that you can buy this DLC and not buy the base game, and you can still play it. I think id Software used this strategy to get new players into Doom, but I think it kind of, in my opinion, I don't know, it made backtrack unless you play like in I'm Too Young to Die, because Ancient Gods Part 1 is really way more hard than the original base game, for sure. And yes, again, this is stronger, fiercer, and faster than the base game. I agree with that, Ryan McCaffrey, I agree with it.
If you try to go into this cold, they'll end up scraping you off the walls. For the most part, it's more of the same but harder, which certainly scratches an itch.
Absolutely, it's more of the same but way harder. Again, if you're a new Doom player, I will suggest that you shouldn't jump straight into the Ancient Gods before playing the base game. You need to play the base game first, then jump to the Ancient Gods Part 1, for sure. I like the animations, those are really cool. I need one of those on my videos.
You're going to need every weapon power-up, rune, and Praetor suit point you've earned in the main campaign, which all carry over to the DLC.
That's
in order
correct.
to have any hope of surviving Doomguy's latest assignment.
That's completely true. Imagine if you didn't have all your Predator suit points, all your runes, and all your upgrades in the Ancient Gods Part 1. You will die really quickly. Those Predator suit points and those runes are really important, very important upgrades, for sure.
The Ancient Gods wastes no time in stuffing you into the nearest locker, high school bully style. You'll have a Marauder thrown at you a mere 15 or 20 minutes or so.
Why are you using the chain gun against the Marauder? I mean, the game pretty much tells you that you need to use high DPS weapons to kill the Marauder. Weapons that will stagger the Marauder in one shot. For example, the super shotgun, the ballista, the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, and all that stuff. You shouldn't use stuff like the minigun against the Marauder. That's kind of dumb, and I can already see where this video is going to go. God damn it. Okay, let's continue with this.
The first of these 3 long missions.
Don't use chain gun.
And immediately after that, attempting power up at the
Oh yeah, I remember that goddamn room. They shut the door in front of you and spawn a tyrant, a cyber demon in that close tiny room. It's software. God damn it, why do you need to be like that?
The end of a corridor rewards you by locking you in close quarters with a cyber demon. That sets the tone for what to expect from the Ancient Gods over its 3
That's
to 6
for sure.
hours.
Yeah, I can already see why this video was disliked so much. The gameplay of this guy, I think it's Ryan McCaffrey, really sucks on Doom, for sure. He's using only the rocket launcher against a tyrant on a tiny room. He's not throwing grenades. He didn't use the ice grenade to stagger or freeze a tyrant to do more damage. He's not using the flame belch. He's not using other weapons like the ballista, the super shotgun, the micro missile mod for the heavy cannon. All those weapons you need to use to be able to kill the tyrant really quick, because a tyrant on this tiny room, if this was a nightmare and you were playing like this, you would die really quickly, for sure. And I can see why this video got disliked a ton. Also, little nitpicky, but this guy is playing on PC and his FOV is set to default. If you play on PC and your FOV is set to default, like 70, 80 or 90, depends on the game, you're dead to me. Your FOV should always be like between 110 and 120 to maximize that speedy-like feeling, you know?
The thing about Doom,
that arch will
is
spawn.
that its high-speed hijinks are a good kind of pain. I hadn't played Doom Eternal since it was first released, and I got beaten up pretty hard while I warmed up and found my footing. Once I did, though, I found that same adrenaline rush that Doom has mastered so uniquely. Okay, as I said before, this video is pointing into that direction. His opinions, the statements he's saying, they are completely spot on. Ancient Gods Part 1 feels like thigh flesh consumed from original Doom, and that is completely fine. The game is really hard. If you are new to Doom, you should not play this game, but his gameplay, that's why this video was disliked a ton. His gameplay sucks so bad. He says that he hasn't played Doom ever since Doom Eternal came out. That's why he's rusty, but I think this goes beyond this problem. I'm going to make a little example here. I am really good at FPS titles. If I worked for IGN, I would want IGN to make me review FPS titles. I know In and Out, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Doom Eternal, Gears of War, all of those amazing shooters games. I can get into those games and understand those games really cool. I suck at MMORPGs, I suck at RTS games, I suck at a lot of games that are like that. If IGN wanted me to make reviews on those games, I'll be like, no, I cannot review those games because I do not understand them correctly. You should get someone that understands this genre to review that game on your YouTube channel, of course. I honestly do not think Ryan McCaffrey was up to this job to review Doom Eternal Ancient Gods Part 1. Because honestly, and I do not want to be an asshole here, but his gameplay shows that he doesn't understand the FPS formula of Doom Eternal, and that really takes away points on his reviewer calendar or something. Sniping weak points of Mancubi and Revenant.
Okay, where's the blood punch? You have a blood punch.
As does wiping out a wave of surrounding imps and zombies with a single blood punch.
There were
I
many
can see
battles
that.
so white-knuckle insane and against such seemingly overwhelming odds in which I repeatedly came close to death only to get a clutch glory kill that refilled my health to get me back in the fight.
If that were me in that situation, I would just mid-hook into the pain elemental, get into the air and start killing everyone in the air with my rocket launcher, with my grenades, my frag grenades, throwing freeze grenades, and with my micro missile mod, you know? That's how you play Doom Eternal correctly. This is the incorrect way to play Doom, but hey, not everyone needs to be good at video games. This is not a problem. My ex-girlfriend, Diana, she couldn't play games at all. We played Gears of War like back in 2013, 2014, and she couldn't, for the love of God, move the joystick correctly. She couldn't like aim with the joystick. She was like, the movement was all off because, hey, there exists people in this world that are bad at some things, in this case bad at FPS titles or bad at video games, and that is completely fine. Again, the problem with this video is that Ryan McCaffrey shouldn't review Doom Eternal because he doesn't understand the FPS genre and he doesn't understand how to play Doom correctly, and because of that he should not be reviewing this game because he does not understand it correctly at all. You should only review things, in this case reviews, you should only review things that you truly understand. I'm not going to go out of my way and review makeup because I know nothing about makeup. I do not understand the makeup formula. I do not understand how to make up myself, to apply makeup into my face. I do not understand anything about it. I can do review video games because I goddamn love video games. Every video game I review, I really take my time to review those games. I can review Gears of War, I can review Halo, I can review Call of Duty, I can review Doom, Quake, Ghost Runner, Dusk, all those amazing games because I love the genre. I cannot review games like, for example, Total War Warhammer because I suck at RTS games. I'm not going to understand those titles. I cannot review games like, for example, World of Warcraft or Tibia because I suck at MMORPGs. I do love old school RuneScape, but I haven't played RuneScape in a million years. That's like the only game I've played from that genre. What I really hope my point is getting across. You shouldn't review things you do not understand because you're not going to give a good verdict.
Let me tell you, the whole house heard me celebrate when I finally cleared those battlefields.
That happened when I did Ultra Nightmare for sure.
Platforming challenges return as well, making for welcome breaks between the more stressful.
Ryan McCaffrey gets the platforming sections. Platforming sections are breaks in between arenas. Ryan, thank you, for the love of God, thank you.
Ever combat. Like any expansion worth its salt, the Ancient Gods does offer a new trick or two, but not much.
Okay, I agree with that.
Eyeball turrets are mostly annoyances rather than real threats.
Yeah, the thing with the turrets is that they are annoying. They are not real threats, but they do passive damage against you if you do not destroy them before getting in a fight against a Marauder or normal demons. They're always going to be there passively making damage to yourself, and that sucks. I hate that.
But you'd be wise to take them out first before turning your attention to the bigger targets. Also, spirits return from Doom 2016.
Well, they do not return from Doom 2016. They are the summoners, but they were renamed to spirits in Doom Eternal, Ryan. But okay.
And they are probably the Ancient Gods' biggest hassle.
Yeah,
you buff the nearest
for sure.
and usually most powerful monsters' hit points, speed, and strength. Worse, once you finally kill their super-powered host and make them vulnerable to the plasma rifle's secondary microwave beam attack,
yeah, for sure.
To grab them quickly,
I agree with everything Ryan is saying.
Or else they'll just possess another bad guy and keep torturing
you. Why don't use the rocket launcher that close? Oh my god, he's going to die.
To a quick decision. Do you go after the spirit?
No, move. No, why? No, move. Dude, the mancubus is shooting at you. How is he not dead? How is he not dead? He must be playing like I'm too young to die or something.
Oh yeah, and by the way...
Yeah, if that was Nightmare, he would have died in like to it.
Wait,
for
this
sure.
is story DLC. The
Yeah?
Ancient Gods still relies too heavily on hidden codex pages and their dull wall of text presentation in order to fill out the plot.
Okay, I do not agree with that one. How would you... those wall dolls of texts on the codex, they are exposition. That's how id Software is telling us a deeper story on Doom. If they were to shove at us an unimaginable amount of cutscenes with the game, a lot of fans would be really salty and angry because of that. I wouldn't mind, to be honest, because I like cutscenes even in Doom games, I know. But yeah, I do not agree with that one. But hey, a man can disagree to another man. That's completely fine. No problem at all. No problem at all.
But at least more of the main events are told in proper cutscenes this time.
Okay.
And without spoiling anything, I'll say that the cliffhanger you knew was going to be there by virtue of the Part 1 in this DLC's title presents an interesting setup for Part 2.
Completely agree with that one. It was obvious. Come on, verdict. Let's go.
The Ancient Gods Part 1 does what Doom expansions always used to. Provides more Doom, but makes it harder.
Yeah, flesh
Its new
consumed
enemies are more
basically.
of an annoyance than a fun challenge, but there were already more than enough tricks up Eternal's sleeves to build on for increasingly tough battles. I recommend a bit of practice on Eternal proper before you dive into this DLC, but once you do, you'll find that the rush of combat is as satisfying as ever.
For sure. Agree
For
with
more
that
on
one.
Doom Eternal, check out our
And with that, the review is over. I can see why people disliked this video. I mean, 2.5k dislikes and 2.5 likes. I mean, that's a lot of dislikes for sure. Look at this. What the F is this gameplay? That is terrible. Also, this DLC is honestly one of the best DLCs I've ever played. Definitely deserves a 9 or 10. Reviewed on PC, looks like he's using a weird nunchucks. IGN, something hard that I can play. This game bad. Ryan, please tell me you're not trying to fight a Marauder with the bloody chain gun. If I'm bad at the game, then the game it's bad. IGN. His gameplay hurts my soul. I mean, he didn't say the game was bad because he was bad at the game. He gave it a 7 out of 10, which is a bad score. For sure. I mean, where did the 7 come from? All he said was that the game was really hard and that's it. That's kind of weird, but his gameplay did hurt my soul. Again, I don't think Ryan was up to the job of reviewing Doom Eternal. I think the game was just too hard for him. That's completely fine, brothers. I mean, there's people that suck at certain things. I suck at RTS and MMORPG games because I do not get them completely. I do play them, but it's just not my cup of tea, you know? He did post this at 26th of October, so he did play Ancient Gods for at least 6 days before doing this review for sure. But as I said before, I think this goes well beyond not liking the game for sure. This goes well beyond the game being too hard and all that stuff. This is just a problem within in this case IGN. Another cases like games journalists that go into a game or go into a genre that they do not understand completely and they review the game, giving it a bad score because they sucked at the game. Only because of that. If you are a reviewer and give a game a bad score only because you suck at the game, then you shouldn't be a reviewer, because you are not reviewing and scoring the game objectively. You are letting your own opinion go into your review. I might go to, I don't know, Genshin Impact and say, oh my god, this game sucks because I hate looting, I hate doing side quests, I hate doing all this MMORPG stuff, so I'm going to give this game a 5 out of 10 because I suck at it. No, a game, Genshin Impact, well deserves a 9 or 8 out of 10 because the game is really fun to play. But yes, I think that's the best example I can give. Because the game is hard and because you suck at a game, you shouldn't give that game a bad score, a bad review. A video game has a learning curve. You need to learn the curve really hard. Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all those games have like really big learning curves and they are fantastic. Escape from Tarkov, bro, that game, if it was reviewed by games journalists, I can see that game having like a 2 out of 10. Too hard, you cannot do anything because you can see who your teammates are, team killing everywhere, I don't know what to loot, what the hell are bullets, mags and all that stuff. This game bad because I suck at the game, 2 out of 10. Yeah, bro, Come on, you're a reviewer, take your job seriously. If you are a game reviewer that works for IGN or for Kotaku or for Polygon or whatever, be sure to understand the game completely before you review it and do a, I don't know, something, an article on the internet. But anyways, I think the review was okay, it was spot on. I do not agree with the score, 7 out of 10. That's barely making the mark, and the DLC is way better than the base campaign, for sure. The gameplay sucked so bad that it hurt my soul and my eyes. That's why I took off my glasses, because if my eyes are this damaged, then please just destroy them. I mean, why should I keep them? They are basically destroyed already. And my score for this review will be a 4 out of 10. Everything okay, but the guy didn't understand Doom at all, and well, that sucks. It's okay, whatever, no hay problema. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow on my other video. Adios, bye.